to another episode of Whitney's World Podcast. I am your host, Whitney Morgan Ward. I am so glad to be here with all of you today. Happy Wednesday, or happy whatever day you're listening to this on. I am so grateful from the bottom of my heart that you are tuning in to this message wherever you're at on this planet. Thank you very much. It means the absolute world to me that you are taking time out of your day to listen, and I really hope and pray that I can bring you some peace, light, and love into your day and into your week. So thank you for being here. You guys mean the absolute world to me. You have no idea what your support means to me. I've been on this journey since June of 2023, and it has been absolutely remarkable. So I'm officially on YouTube. So please check out my YouTube channel, and lots of things coming, lots of movement. So many exciting things. I cannot wait to continue to grow and to be here with all of you. So thank you so much. If you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, please do. My Instagram and TikTok is Whitney's_world__. So please follow me there. I would love to connect with you and to meet you on the gram and TikTok. So also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you are learning. Let me know what this message brought you. I would love to hear from you and to connect with you on YouTube as well. So thank you guys so much. I want to also give a shout out to my older brother, Jared Ward, and he is here currently in Florida because he is a softball coach for Williston State College. Shout out to the Tetons. I have a burnt forehead from being at softball games from the past, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days. It's been amazing. They've had all the double headers, and I have tried to go and support as much as I can. So shout out to all the ladies. I love you all. It's been a pleasure meeting you all. So thanks for listening to this show. You guys did amazing. It was amazing to just be around such incredible, talented young athletes just out there cheering with such incredible energy, just having fun. And it really brings me back to like my cheering days. What's funny is if you don't know anything about women's softball, which I mean, I've watched some games like on TV and stuff, but to be there is like a different level. And it's funny because I was telling my dad, I was like, Dad, if I knew there was so much cheerleading in softball, I probably would have also played softball. So what I mean is the girls, the softball players are in their dugout, just cheering, yelling, screaming, like totally my vibe. It was so amazing and exhilarating, and I just loved it. And it like got me in my cheer spirit, and it got me into my best energy. I mean, I was literally cheering. Me and my sister were at the games today. I was like doing cheers, and she was embarrassed, but I was living my best life, and it was just so much fun. So anyway, that's what I've been up to this past week. It's been amazing. We only get to see my brother about twice a year. I need to go make a trip up to North Dakota in the freezing cold. But now that I live where it's hot, I feel like it's fine to go to where it's cold. It's nice to be frozen from time to time. So anyway, we get to see my brother a couple times a year, and it's always amazing. So if you don't know who Jared is, I do have a podcast. It's called To Infinity. And we recorded an episode right around Christmas time that is really great. So you guys should check that out. And also, yeah, today I want to just talk to you guys about what I've been learning and how monumental really grasping, believing in yourself and just being happy is. I have definitely in my life felt like I was happy. And if you know my story, or you know me from when I lived in Colorado and you're following me now, you're probably like, Whitney's different. And it's because I am different. and I'm a completely different person. And I have really worked very, 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 very hard on myself and my heart and my soul, and really connecting to who I am and to bring out the true version of me since I moved to Florida. So April, so coming in hot, will be 2 years since I lived in Florida, and wow, it's been such a journey. And I have said this like before, but I have dealt with in my 20s, I'm 30 now. So when I lived in Colorado, I dealt with a lot of insecurities. I dealt with pretty, I don't know if the word is like heavy or intense, or I'm not sure, but I dealt with a lot of drugs and alcohol addiction. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people can relate to numbing out. And if you can't relate to that, amazing, because thankfully I was able to rise above and get out of it. But there are a lot of people that can't. There are a lot of people that get trapped in that world, that get trapped in drugs and alcohol, and it just sucks them in, and it gets more intense and worse and worse and worse. And it's, worse for their families if they have children. And, typically if you don't break that cycle, the cycle continues on and on. And it's been just absolutely so eye-opening to now finally be on like this side, because what's crazy is I didn't even know that I was dealing with that, like drug and alcohol abuse, I guess is what you could call it. And until I moved here and really restarted my life and basically hit rock bottom, I dug deep into my soul's journey, into my soul and healing. And I will say that I feel like my genuine true healing probably started about 6 months ago. Yeah, probably about 6 months ago. And I've really dug deep, and I've spent a lot of time alone. I have started to read a lot, journal a lot, just really try to figure out like how to be the best version of myself, because I feel like that is what I have to do. I feel like I became successful. I had a great life. I had a lot of fun. I met incredible people. I experienced like a whole nother world. I experienced love, heartbreak, all the things. And again, it's when I needed to move to Florida, which is where I was born, and restart, it caused me to look inside to like a deeper level and to really see like I am not the best version of myself at all in any way, shape, or form. And I just want to remind you that no matter where you're at in your journey, you have come so far and you have so much more to do. And it's so exciting. And something that I've really been working on in myself is my self-concept, my self-identity. How do I look and how do I show up in the world? And what do I want people to see? But really, what do I want to see? And so I really started to, like, I have a middle part now and I love it. And I started to do my makeup differently. I started to really focus on the way I treat my body. And these are all things that are so important and that happen naturally, I feel like, on like a healing journey and on like a soul's journey. And now that I look back, because I still am not obviously where I want to be. But I was thinking today, and I was like, wow, I'm like a completely different person, I feel like. And I feel like I still don't give myself enough credit. And it's almost as if I forgot how far I've actually come. And it's crazy, like, to even like have that thought, because I have come so far. And again, I am a completely different person than I was when I first moved here, but it's been a journey. I've taken a lot of time to work on myself to become the version of Whitney that I want to be. And I just want this for anyone that's watching. If this is what you want and you want to better yourself and you want to better your life and you want to show up in the world differently and more lit up and more excited, because life is amazing. And I was even with my sister today and I was like, I just love being alive. I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity to be this version of myself and to be alive. Like, being alive is incredible. And no, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but I'm on the way. And I know that I can look back at everything I've accomplished, and I'm just proud and I'm happy. And again, if this is you and you are on your self journey path, you're really working on self development, your spirituality, your self concept, your identity, wherever you're at in this process, first of all, take time to appreciate yourself. Take time to really think about where you started and where you are now, because I guarantee you it's a monumental change. I'm sure that if people look at you or talk to you now that knew you from that version, they would be like, holy smokes, like, I don't know what happened to you, but like, I really want to talk to you. I want to know like how you did it. Like, how did you transform? How did you transcend? Like, what did you do? And I think that's beautiful, because we are all here on our journey to develop, to evolve, to transform, but also to teach people, also to help others, also to be a light in the world and to share our beauty and our messy. Like, obviously, we can't just say, like, oh, look at me. Like, I have a podcast and I'm doing this and blah, blah, blah. But like, people want to know, where did you come from and how are you here and how did you get here? People are very intrigued by the process, which, I mean, I myself, I've been following a lot of people in the spiritual space, a lot of people in the self-development space. And it's incredible. Everyone has basically the same story. They hit rock bottom and they had to change. And now they are sharing their light, their message with the world. And I just really want to do the same. And I want to be that light in the world. And I want you to know that you can also be that light in the world. You are meant for that. Like, we're all meant for this. We're all meant to be here. I mean, the fact that we are even alive is, first of all, insane. And also the sacrifice that our ancestors and our mothers had to go through to get us here through childbirth is insane. I mean, it's like one in 1 trillion that you are here on this planet and that I am here on this planet. And really, when you start to understand the magnitude of how special we are, it does something different. It really hits different. It genuinely does. I mean, it definitely does for me. You know, knowing that I mean, my childbirth story is crazy. One day maybe I'll have my mom come on and tell the story because it's quite incredible. It's quite impressive. And the fact that my mom like went through all that to bring me here is just like such a blessing. And aside from all of that, no matter where you're at in your journey, again, I just want you to remember that you've come so far and you are transforming into who you're meant to be. And your path is so bright and beautiful, and you are on the path. And just know that and just be happy and appreciate yourself. Like, genuinely love and appreciate yourself for everything that you've gone through. Because at the end of the day, you are all you have. People leave you, they hurt you, they love you, they accept you, they don't. But you are genuinely all that you have at the end of the day. And self-love is so important. If it's not the most important thing on this planet, is self-love and appreciation for self. And I really think that it's so important to continue to do anything that makes you happy and to stop doing anything that makes you not happy. Like, it's kind of simple. If you're with people that don't make you happy, don't be with them. Literally, it's better to just be alone. It's better to read a book. It's better to learn. It's better to find someone that's doing something you want to do and just learn from them. It's better to take time to yourself. It's better to just look at the stars, to go look at a sunset, to go watch a sunrise, to meditate, to do anything. Like, there are so many beautiful things in this world that will make us genuinely happy, but we have to stop doing the things that don't make us happy. And that's sacrifice. Genuinely, that's sacrifice. And there are going to be so many times in our lives that we have to sacrifice things to get to the next level. It's part of the process. It's part of the plan. But at the end of the day, it's best and it's better and it's moving us forward and it's moving us on and it's making us the best that we can be. And it's just so exciting. It's so exciting to be at a place where you can bit by bit just sacrifice little things, but then at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, wow, my life's so much better. So much better. Like, tons and tons better. There's better people that show up. There's better opportunities that show up to you. You're going to get a job raise, a new job, a new opportunity. Maybe break up with that guy or that girl that is absolutely not serving your best self and go spend some time alone. And then you're going to turn around the corner and you're going to be blown away by the next person that walks into your life to be that person for you. But if you don't sacrifice the thing that's not right, you're blocked. You're literally purposefully blocking yourself from what's meant to come in. But if you are giving all your attention and energy away to someone or something that doesn't serve your highest and best self, then you're literally blocking yourself from the abundance that the universe wants to bring you and bring into your life because you're blocked. Because you are holding on to something that's not even meant for you anymore. Maybe it was. You've probably heard the saying that people come into our lives for a reason and sometimes a season. And that's true. Like, I, feel like I've done that for people. Definitely, there's been people in my life that have come in for a reason and a season. And sometimes it was to show me that I was not on the right path. And that hurts, but that's the truth. And at the end of the day, I look back and I'm better for it. I'm a completely different version of myself. I'm completely better. I'm more healed. I'm more whole, and I'm more happy. Like, what else do we need? We just need to be happy and full of energy and fill ourselves with the best thoughts. And when we can do that and focus on that, everything else will fall into place. Even if it doesn't look like it is, or it's not right now in this moment, it doesn't matter. It will fall into place. But your thoughts are the most important, and then your energy, how you are attracting what you want to attract in this world. Keep that in mind. Like when you are at a place where you feel a little bit low, or you start to get bad thoughts, remind yourself of how far you've come and how proud of yourself you are. And then thank yourself. Fill yourself with gratitude. Fill your soul with gratitude. Tell yourself how glorious and amazing and abundant and beautiful you are. And when you do that, your life will start to transform. And again, like, do what makes you happy. So, for instance, I really enjoy doing my makeup. And some people don't agree with makeup and it's toxic and it's not really you or whatever, but I don't care. I enjoy, first of all, I genuinely enjoy doing my makeup. It actually makes me happy. I listen to music, I watch people, I listen to people, Audible books and YouTube, people that I want to learn from and I want to gain knowledge from. And not only am I creating art, because we get to with like different eyeshadow and stuff, but I'm also learning and I'm also filling myself up with the best energy if I'm listening to music or whatever. And so for me, that's something that even in the past 6 months, I really was like, you know what? I'm just going to start doing my makeup every day, because when I have my makeup done, it makes me happy. And I don't care what anyone else thinks, because it makes me happy and I genuinely enjoy it. Like, genuinely. Okay. So that's something that I do that makes me happy. And on top of it, I'm like learning and growing my knowledge or dancing and singing in the mirror, like I love to do. And I don't care like what anyone else says or any of that, because it genuinely brings me joy. And my morning routine, I wake up, I make coffee, I sit down, I do my oracle cards, I have some tarot cards, I journal, I light candles, I then meditate. And this is like a 45-minute to hour process. And I relax and I give myself that time. And that genuinely makes me happy. And it genuinely lights me up. And it genuinely helps me grow. It grows me not only on a soul level, it grows me on a mental level. It grows me in basically every way. And it makes, just confirms that I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. And so these things that I do now, I just start to focus on things that genuinely make me happy. And that's what you need to do. What genuinely makes you happy, and focus on that. Because when you can get into a state of being happy, you are automatically elevating your energy level. You're automatically tuning in, and you're automatically raising your frequency, which is what this universe is. This is a frequency universe. Everything is run off frequency. And that's my challenge to you this week is, what can you do and what can you focus on that really makes you happy? And what things do you need to cut out of your life that don't make you happy? And what are you going to sacrifice? Because yes, sacrifice is hard. And sometimes you're not ready. I mean, it's taken me months, if not years, to actually like sacrifice something. But when you do and you decide to make that decision, no matter what it is, your life will automatically get better because you're sacrificing something you need to. It's not like you need to sacrifice something that makes you happy unless it's bad. It's not healthy for you. Like, I don't know, maybe eating a pint of ice cream every night. I don't know if that's probably not like the best idea, but you know what I mean. So really like tune in and get quiet with yourself and give yourself some time to give you some feedback on what's going on. And I think too, a lot of reason why I and people numb out and drink and do drugs and all these things is because we're not happy and we're running from who we know we're meant to be. And it's easier to just numb out than to face what we need to face. And I get it. Believe me, I freaking get it. So I'm your girl. Like, I totally get it. It's hard. It's hard to face those parts of ourselves that we don't want to face. It's hard to face the things that we know we need to sacrifice, but we're not ready, or we have all these excuses for why we can't. But I'm telling you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart and from my own experience, because I've done it, that it's going to be okay. And you're meant for this. You're meant for this life. You're meant to do what you need to do. And whatever your soul is telling you, your higher self, whatever that is, trust it. Lean into that and realize that that's what you're meant to do. And maybe you're not ready right now, but set a goal. I'm going to in 2 months. And then start feeling into that. Journal through it. Like, really give yourself some time to decompress and figure out, like, why am I sacrificing these things? And don't forget, it's to be happy. It's to be the best version of yourself that you can be. It's so that you can show up in the world exactly the way you're meant to. It's so that you're free. It's so that you can create. It's so that you can be an example to other people. So you can say, I did it. You can too. And that's how I live my life. If they can do it, so can I. If they can have it, I can have it. If them, why not me? Why not me? We're all meant for this. This is an abundant universe. We come here to create. But to create genuinely how we're supposed to, I truly feel that we have to be happy. And we have to tune into our bodies and tune into what ourselves, our inside is telling us. And don't worry about what anyone else says. Because when you worry about what other people think and say about your journey, your specific life path, when you're worried about them, you're giving your power away. When you're like, I know that I need to do this thing. And they're like, why? Maybe you shouldn't. And then you're like, yeah, maybe they're right. You just gave all your power away. First of all, how do you know it's not going to work out? The only way to know is to not do. And the only way to fail is to give up. There are so many successful people that failed and failed and failed and failed and kept getting up, and now they're billionaires. So if there's something calling you or there's something asking you, hey, give this up, one, do it, work towards it. And two, realize that not everyone's meant to come with you. So don't worry about people. First of all, maybe don't even tell people. That's the other thing. I've been an open book, and I'm realizing now as I get older that sometimes I don't need to tell people what I'm doing. And I never really lived that way before. Like, I literally didn't. I was just like, I would tell everyone everything. And now I'm like, there's certain things in my journey that I just hold to myself. And that's okay too. And it's okay if you want to tell people, I did that my whole life. I still do. I mean, obviously I have a podcast. I tell a lot of things that are going on, but like when it comes now to like my spiritual journey and like some other things that I'm going through, I just don't feel like I need to like tell everyone everything anymore. And so if there is something that you are holding that you need to start, you need to let go of, maybe you just hold it yourself until you're ready to like release it to the world. Because if something's telling you to do something, you don't want to tell someone and then them get in your head and then you not follow that intuition, that inkling, that nudge, that thing that said, do this. And I really think that's what we do in society so much. We don't trust ourselves, and we just give our power away because we ask people, what do you think? It doesn't matter what they think. What do you think? How do you feel? What do you want? Go get it. And it's taken me 2 years to be here, 2 years on my journey. It took me 6 months to start my podcast after it was dropped into me, but I led up to it. I had to build up the courage and the confidence and be like, how am I going to come up with something to talk about every single week? And I do. I just trusted myself. I do trust myself now, and it's something I'm growing. And also, I'm happy. I focus on my happiness. That's all I want. I want to be happy. And I know now that I'm in control of my happiness. No one else is. No one else can make me happy but me. It's my responsibility as Whitney Morgan Ward to make myself happy. No one else is responsible for my happiness. And if I can't make myself happy, no one can. And that's the same for you. You have to go get your happiness. You have to go cultivate your happiness. You have to go to the depths sometimes to figure out what you need to change and fix so that you can be happy. And it's a process, but it's so worth it. And it's literally what we're meant to do. We're all conditioned. We're all programmed. We're all raised with some BS that we have to grow through and deal through and then integrate into the world. But it's okay. It's what we're made for, to evolve, grow, transcend, to be the best version and the happiest version of ourselves. So just keep that in mind, that don't give up on yourself, and don't forget that you're in control of your happiness and no one else. No one else can make you happy. Not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend, not a wife, not a child, nothing. Because all those people will fail you. And at the end of the day, if you can't look at yourself in the mirror, say, I got you, they can't either. So I am going to leave it there. And I really hope that after you listen to this, that you sit with yourself for a few minutes and just evaluate your life. Where have I come from? I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy. I've grown so much. I used to be there and now I'm here. I have done so much. I've accomplished so many things. I have so much abundance in my life. And really sit with yourself and just look back at your timeline and appreciate how far you've come and how freaking hard you had to fight every day to get here. Every single day, you woke up and faced another day. And it's only going to get better from here. And listen to your heart and your soul and what's going on inside of you. And don't worry about what anyone else is saying, because if you worry about them and they're not supporting you and you're going to go on this journey, they're probably not going to end up with you at the finish line. So don't give them so much attention and space. You focus on you. You are all you have, and you are only responsible for yourself and to be the light that you're meant to be in this world. That's it. That's what I think. And you will be happy. You will grow to be happy and secure and safe and love who you are, because we are meant to love who we are. We are literally magical beings and we are made for this life. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you. You have come so far on your journey, and just keep going. And if you need new people, new experiences, speak it and believe it. It'll come. So just have the faith, and everything's great. Everything's going to work out just as it should. And I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope that you got something from this message. So please connect with me on TikTok and Instagram. And also please comment on my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, people. I need your support. I want your support. I literally love your support. Like I said at the beginning, it literally means the world to me. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited to continue to show up, to continue to be here, to continue to bring the best message I can from what I'm learning, what I'm going through, what I'm growing through, and how I am transforming and evolving. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support, and I hope you will tune in next week. And as always, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.